Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of mine. Today I will be doing another Vocaloid content video, and this video is about how Kagamine got me into Vocaloid. Now, I did talk about this in one of my other previous Vocaloid videos. I believe it was the one about how Hatsune Miku has impacted my life, but I didn't really get into too much detail about it. I kind of just told it like a sweet and short version of it. So, you know what, I thought, you know what, it's time for Rin to kind of get her own spotlight, so move out of the way, Hatsune Miku. It's Rin's turn to shine now. So I'm gonna try my best to not make this long. I hope I can make this under maybe 10 minutes long. If not, again, I am sorry. When I talk about Vocaloid, I just get into too much detail and I can't shut up, and then, you know, minutes later I find out, oh, like, it's been this long, and then, you know, so I do apologize that this video will be long, but you know what? 10 minutes, I'm just gonna try and make it short. So let's get into the story about how Kagamine got me into Vocaloid. So let's go all the way back to 2013. So it was around like elementary school, and I think I was in grade 7 at the time, so almost grade 8. So my friends kept asking me if I knew about this thing called Vocaloid, and I was like, no, what the heck is that? And they would always like force me to like look it up, and they would kind of like push me like into liking it. And honestly, the first time I looked at Vocaloid, I think one of my friends, she made me listen to the song called Panda Hero, which I guess would be the first Vocaloid song I ever heard, but it was Rin and Gumi singing it, so that was a long time ago, and I haven't heard that song since, actually. So I was like, that was okay. I think she was playing it off of her phone, so it was kind of hard to hear, so I don't really remember it too well, but I remember she made me listen to that song. And then, you know, they kept asking me, like, oh, do you like Vocaloid now? And I was like, no, not really. And they were kind of, like, appalled. They were like, like, how could you not like Vocaloid? It's so cool. And I was just, like, dumb. I was like, I don't know, I just don't really like it. But then I think a couple of days or months later, I kind of just thought, like, you know what, okay, let's give this Vocaloid thing another shot. Like, let's see what's so great about it. I was kind of, like, not really impressed. I just really didn't care for it so much. I really regret saying that, because honestly, if I could go back into the past and slap my past self, I would. I'd slap myself so hard and be like, go back and like Vocaloid right now. So anyways, I kind of just looked at Vocaloid and I saw a picture of Miku, and I was like, I don't really care. But then I saw this other picture, like, it was of Kagamine, and I don't know why, but I just got a spark in my eyes, and I was like, ooh, who's that cutie? So I clicked on the picture, and I don't know what the hell happened, but I instantly fell in love with Rin at first sight. I thought she was just so adorable. I loved the little bow she had on her. I loved her outfit. It kind of reminded me of like a sailor outfit, so I think that's why I liked it. Plus the yellow, the black, and the white. It looked so good on her, plus her adorable blue eyes. Plus her bow is what makes her so adorable. Honestly, that's what makes Rin so cute, is her bow that she wears. Her bow kind of reminds me of like the stem you would see on an orange, so I think that's why I think it's really adorable. Plus her favorite food is an orange, so every time I look at Rin, I always think of little, like a stem popping out of an orange, so it's so adorable. So yeah, from then on, I just thought Rin was so adorable, and I was like, okay, let's give this, you know, another shot. So I mostly listened to Kagamine songs a lot more than Miku songs and any other Vocaloid, because I have no idea why, but Rin for some reason was just really eye-catching to me, and I just thought she was really cool, honestly, and she is one of my favorite Vocaloids along with Hatsune Miku. So, you know, years go by and I'm listening to mostly Rin songs, and then eventually I did get into Hatsune Miku, but hey, I already made a whole video about that, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But yeah, just looking back at it now, I think it's really adorable how Kagamine got me into Vocaloid, which is actually kind of funny if I actually think about it, because I feel like when people are mostly getting into Vocaloid, I feel like it's either Hatsune Miku that gets you into Vocaloid or a friend tells you about it. I don't know why, but it's kind of funny how I think about it, because it's not Miku who got me into Vocaloid, it's actually Rin, not Miku. You would think it's Miku, but nope, Rin is the reason why I got into Vocaloid. And I have so many fun memories of my friends and me just listening to Vocaloid songs. We would show each other songs that we discovered, and we'd talk about it, and we'd watch gameplay videos of it, and my friends went to the conventions, and I remember my friend, my best friend at the time, she went to this anime convention, and I freaking remember she invited me over to her house, and this really pissed me off, because I was kind of jealous, so she bought this freaking Rin figure, and I thought it was really cool, and I really wanted it. And it was kind of funny because she really didn't like Rin that much as I did, so I thought it was really weird that she had a Rin figure, but whatever, I understand, it's a Vocaloid figure, you'll buy it, like, regardless. And I was so jealous, but she let me hold it, I should say. So at least she let me do that. I was holding it, and I was just, like, trying not to, like, freak out because I was like, oh, like this is so gorgeous. And I remember I really wanted that figure and I just really didn't want to let go of it, but I did eventually promise myself that I would get that figure down the road. But then of course my depression came along and that wasn't fun. But you know what, years later I kept my promise and boom, I have that exact same figure now, and I absolutely love it. I've kept the box and everything. Again, people, if you collect Vocaloid or anime figures, please don't throw out the box. It just really doesn't look good when you do that, but this video isn't about that. So anyways, I have that ring figure now, and I honestly love it. And I'm sure you guys know about the story about the ring Kagamine plushie my friend got me, so I'll put it in shortly. She surprised me on my 14th birthday. I thought she got it for herself because she bought this little Rin and Len Kagamine plushies. They are so tiny. They were so adorable. And I saw it and I thought, like, okay, what the hell? You got yourself a Rin freaking plushie? I know you don't like Rin that much. I was like about to cry. I was like, oh my god, how could you do this? I thought she was just doing it just to, like, you know, get on my nerves or to piss me off. But she did eventually say, like, hey, like, this is yours. And it was so amazing. Like, honestly, you should have seen the big smile I had on my face that day. It meant so much to me that she got me that little Rin plushie, and I still have it to this day. That thing is like 7 years old because it was 2014 when she got it for me. That was just, oh my god, that was just such a good day. And it's funny because I actually had Rin on my cake, like a little cardboard picture of her. So I thought that was just so fun. And honestly, I know this might sound bad, but that's honestly my favorite gift I've ever received in my life. And I know I shouldn't be like picking gifts of like what's the best and what isn't, but I don't know, there's just something about that gift that just really made it so special, because I think it was like for once someone actually, like one of my friends, they actually listened to me and what I liked, and they actually, you know, went out of their way to get something that I liked. Like they saw it and they thought of me and they decided to give it to me as a birthday gift, and I just thought that was so sweet. And honestly, I will always remember that day. It was so adorable. I had such a big smile. I gave her such a big bear hug. I was just so happy, and I brought that Rin plushie with me everywhere. And yes, as the years go on, you know, it kind of gets a little bit fuzzy everywhere, and you know, like the fabric doesn't look as good as it used to, probably because I took it everywhere with me and I sleep with it like every night along with my Miku plushie. But I still do take very good care of it. I make sure to like wash it and stuff, and you know, give it a nice little brushing in the hair so the fabric looks nice and clean off any little fuzz balls. And honestly, I just love looking at that little plushie. It's just a fun little memory I have of my old best friend. Even though we aren't friends anymore, I'm just always going to remember that, and it was just such a nice thing. Like, honestly, that's probably one of the nicest things she's ever done for me, was getting me that plushie. And my other friend also did nice things for me. Every time it was my birthday, she would either draw me an anime card for a birthday or a Vocaloid one, which I still have it, but I don't have it like right now. It's packed away, but I still kept them. So yeah, Vocaloid was definitely a big part of my childhood, and it's really funny when I think that how the hell did Rin get me into the Vocaloid so much? It's really weird, but at the same time, it's very adorable. Because Rin Kagamine, I think she's like maybe the third most popular Vocaloid, because I know it's probably Miku for first place. I'm not sure who would be in second. Maybe Gumi, I'm guessing. I know Gumi is really popular, but I don't really know. I know that Rin is like in third place for most favorite Vocaloid, but anyways. Yeah, I just have a lot of fun memories, and don't even get me started on the video games. Oh my god. So it was December 27th, Rin and Len's birthday, and I remember I bought the game for Project Diva F2nd, which was really a big deal for me because that was the first Vocaloid game I ever bought. And I bought the PS Vita that night, and also a Rin and Len Kagamine graphics art book at the same day, so it was really exciting. So I got like mostly Kagamine themed birthday. Also, I got the game the same night as their birthday, so man, I just remember I ran up to my room, popped that game in, and I played it for hours. Like, honestly, this is true when I say I didn't come out of my room for 3 freaking days when I was playing that game. That's a true story. I came out to go to the bathroom or to have dinner, and that was it. I'd run straight back into my room. Like, I just played the hell out of that game, like, honestly. And of course, like always, I spent the most time with Rin than I did with any of the Vocaloids. She was the first one I ever leveled up, so she was definitely the one I spent the most time with, and it was fun. We like had a, well, I don't want to say we, because she's a fictional character, but anyways, honestly, at the time, it really felt like the Vocaloids were my friends. I don't know, that's totally how I feel when I play the games. I can't be the only one who feels like that when you're bonding with the Vocaloids and having fun with them and giving them little gifts. I can't be the only one who thinks like that, right? But anyways. Yeah, I spent the most time with Rin just playing her songs, and honestly, I don't know why, but it was just so much fun, like, honestly. And I know it's just a game, and I've beaten it along with Project Diva X, and I'm pretty sure I've beaten Megamix too, because I bought all the freaking DLC songs, so that's like $100 and something right there in total, because that game is really damn expensive. So yeah, I have all the songs for that game, so I've played every single song. I have most of the songs on perfect, so I guess that would make it a beat game? I'm really not sure. But yeah, I've definitely have a lot of fun memories just playing the Vocaloid games, and I also have a little Rin Kagamine plushie that I bought recently. It's not the small one, but it's a bigger version of the Rin plushie I already have, and she was actually a very interesting find. I got her off of eBay, but I will save that for my other video where I show off my Vocaloid collection, because I did make one. I think it was back in I really think it might have been 2019, because I think it was just before college started, or maybe after. No wait, I think it was before I started college, so I think it was either 2018 or 19. I made a video showing off my Vocaloid collection, and honestly, I look back at it now and I think, like, at the time I thought, oh, my collection is so big. Like, compared to it now, holy crap, has my collection gotten so damn huge. Like, honestly, if you walk into my room, you'll see Vocaloid, like, everywhere. Vocaloid blanket, Vocaloid posters, calendars, fucking figures, mugs, the video games, pictures, figures, posters, you name it. It's everywhere in my room. You feel like you walked into a mini Vocaloid store, like, honestly. And I'm really proud of my collection. Honestly, I've been collecting for about 7 years, because I didn't start collecting until my friend gave me that plushie of Rin, so that was way back in 2014, so that would be 7 years. But I've been a fan since 2013, so that makes it 8 years, so they're really not that far apart when it comes to collecting and being a fan. And I look at my collection and I am just so proud of it. Like, collecting for 7 years and seeing how big my collection has gotten over the years, I'm really proud, and a lot of it was a lot of money, especially some of my Miku figures, but honestly, if you were to ask me to trade it away for like $1 million, I would honestly say no. Like, there's no way in hell I would ever give up my collection, no matter how much you would be willing to pay me. I just would not take it at all. Because honestly, to some people, it might just look like trash or just like, you know, just a phase, but it's not a phase, and I really wish some people would stop thinking. Also, my mom, or my parents I should say, she kind of thinks that I'm going through a phase, because every time I order like a plushie or something, she keeps saying like, why do you keep buying that stuff? And honestly, I just really can't explain it. I love this stuff. I'm willing to spend however much it is on this stuff, and yeah, call me a little bit crazy, because honestly, I've spent a lot of money on some of my Miku figures. They are very damn expensive. Hell, one of my Miku figures was more damn expensive than my Switch. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's my money, it's my happiness. It's not like I'm hurting anyone, and honestly, I'm happy at the end of the day, and I'm very proud of my collection. And honestly, I always think, like, you know, someday I'm gonna pass on someday, and I'm really gonna miss all this stuff. I have so many fun memories. Like, I just remember anytime it was a snow day for elementary school, I would just get up in the morning and just run straight to my tablet and just listen to any Vocaloid song I could find on the internet. It was just so much fun. I just really have so many fun memories of just waking up in the morning before school and listening to Vocaloid songs, and honestly just memorizing the dances in my head and watching some of the MMD videos. They were just so much fun and wacky, and it was just so much fun, honestly. Like, that's how I would describe Vocaloid to anyone who's getting into Vocaloid right now, is that once you go down the Vocaloid rabbit hole, you're gonna have a pretty hard time climbing out, because there's just something about it that just draws you in. Like, once when you think you've seen it all, nope, something else just comes around the corner and will totally shock you. Like, have you seen the freaking videos for the concerts? They are just so mind-blowing, and I haven't been to a Vocaloid concert yet, probably because I was always putting my friends' needs ahead of mine and always making sure that their needs were met, so of course money went down the drain. But honestly, it's my turn to finally put myself first, so I'm probably gonna look in to see if there are any Vocaloid concerts coming in the future. But, you know, with this whole, like, pandemic going on, it's kind of hard. Even though I have heard that I think some are going on around the world, but I'd like to go with a friend, or maybe my parents. But honestly, when I go to a Vocaloid concert, that will just be the happiest day of my life, because that is the only dream I have in life, honestly. And yeah, I know it sounds lame, but going to a Vocaloid concert would just mean the world to me, because if you think about it, it's kind of like me finally meeting my idol. Because really, I've been through so much shit in my life, and honestly, if you were to tell me that if I got through my depression through therapy, the answer would be no. I literally got through my depression because of Vocaloid. And not just because of Hatsune Miku, but it's all because of Rin. Honestly, if I didn't, you know, really give a crap about Rin and just didn't fall in love with her so fast, I honestly don't know if I would still be here today if it wasn't for her. Yes, she's not really that, you know, loved that much like Miku is, and she doesn't shine as bright like her, but honestly, I look back and I'm just so grateful that Rin Kagamine is the reason why I got into Vocaloid in the first place. She's the reason why I get up so early in the morning before work, or for like college back in the day. I listen to my music to calm myself down for like 3 hours or so. I feel so relaxed. She's the reason why I will freak out in public if I see Vocaloid merch. She's also the reason why I have so many fun memories of Vocaloid, and honestly, I don't ever want to give up that feeling, even when I'm dead. Honestly, I feel like if I was a ghost or something, you touch my Vocaloid merch, man, I will slap your hand and I will haunt you forever if you mess with my Vocaloid merch, because let me tell you, no one is getting my Vocaloid merch when I'm dead, and I'm sorry if I sound like an asshole for saying that I just sound greedy, but no way in hell am I gonna let someone who's inexperienced and doesn't know how to take care of my stuff getting my stuff for free, because some of those freaking figures have cost so much damn money, and do you really think I'm gonna give that away for free? Like, you would have to pay the amount of money I had to pay for some of these items if you really want it, but no one is getting my collection even when I'm dead. I'm sorry if I sound really greedy, but honestly, I've collected this for too long. I've invested so much money into this collection. I have grown really attached to some of these items, well, most of them I should say, and there is just no way in hell. Not even my Switch, because I have Mega Mix for the Switch. I don't have the hard-covered copy. You wouldn't even get my damn Switch, I tell you that. Nothing. You wouldn't get anything from me. And sorry if I sound really selfish, but this Vocaloid, like, honestly, my Vocaloid items and merchandise, they are like literally my babies. Like, if you mess or touch any of it, I will freaking give you a death glare if you mess with my happiness, because my Vocaloid collection is literally like, it's basically my safe haven, you could say it. And yeah, call me crazy or not, but honestly, you say I'm crazy, but really, I see it as happiness. Like, if you're a Vocaloid fan and if you really love something that's Vocaloid, don't be afraid to hide it. I mean, look at the guy who married Hatsune Miku, for Pete's sake. Yeah, people gave him hate, but honestly, I totally accept it. Like, honestly, I watched the video, I understood, like, where he was coming from, and I kind of relate to him. Like, yeah, he got bullied and, you know, people didn't really treat him nice, so he turned to the internet, found out about Hatsune Miku, and eventually he ended up marrying her. And yeah, it sounds a little weird, but honestly, I totally accept it. Like, you know what? Love is love, I guess. Who am I to judge? Like, Hatsune Miku is very awesome, so you know what? If that makes you happy, just go for it. And if you have a small collection of Vocaloid, treasure it. Like, honestly, treasure the moments you always get with your Vocaloid collection, because it's not going to be here forever, sadly. But I guess that's why I try to make the most of my life when it comes to Vocaloid. And yes, I do sound very selfish for saying this, but there will be some times in my life where Vocaloid will probably come before you, and yes, I know I sound like an asshole for saying that, but if it comes to Vocaloid merch and if I see it, I might freaking like skedaddle off somewhere else just to go buy it, even if it means waiting in a long lineup, because sometimes, oh boy, there's been times where I've seen a Vocaloid merch and I rush over to it. Oh boy, and I waited in line for a long time just to freaking pay for it, and it's totally worth it. Like, you should see me when I find Vocaloid merch in town. It is so freaking funny. I will make very weird happy sounds and weird little dance, and it's just like, just me and my glory. It's so funny. So if you ever see me buy Vocaloid merch, if you're a friend of mine, like, or if I come visit one of my online friends, it's really funny. I would record it, but I don't think you're allowed to record in the mall because it's public property, so you'd have to get permission. But hey, and if you guys are ever asking me if I will ever cosplay as Hatsune Miku, the answer would probably be no, because I'm kind of self-conscious when it comes to cosplaying. And I know it sounds really dumb for saying that, but okay, side rant. I remember when I was getting into Vocaloid, I really wanted to cosplay as Rin, and I thought, like, okay, I could, like, make the bow and stuff and, like, sew the outfit. And my friend H said something about my skin color, because I have olive skin color, so it's not, you know, as white as everyone else's, basically. And she said, like, something about, like, oh, like, you can't cosplay as Rin, your skin color is different, it wouldn't match the character. And then my other friend kind of just told her to shut her mouth, but it was already too late. That kind of just, like, put a bullet through my head, and I don't know why, but that just always stuck in my head. And ever since then, I've just really not been very comfortable with cosplaying a character that doesn't really have, you know, the same skin color as mine, I guess. I don't know. I know it's something I need to work on, but I don't know. Maybe one step at a time. I will slowly try to accept myself, but I don't know. It's like I look at my skin color and I look at the other character and it's like I don't feel like that character because of my skin color, but maybe someday I'll cosplay as Hatsune Miku. I don't know. I've seen some of the outfits on Amazon and they are so damn expensive, but maybe someday, but hey, that could just be me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pretty much end the video here right now. It's been really fun just talking about Rin Kagamine, because honestly, she is very special to me. She will always have a very special place in my heart, along with Miku, because those two are just my girls, honestly. Miku and Rin, those two are my girls, honestly. Like, if you say anything negative or like even insult me about Vocaloid, I will beat your ass. I'm sorry, but honestly, I would die for those two. Like, honestly, those two are just my babies, I swear. I love them to death. They are very cute. I also ship them together along with Miku X Len, but Miku X Ren is just so damn adorable. It's kind of just like kiss already, please, but hey, I digress. So yeah, that's kind of the story about how Rin Kagamine got me into this crazy Vocaloid rabbit hole, which I probably won't be able to crawl out ever in my life, but I have no regrets. It's a lot of fun, and honestly, if you want to get into Vocaloid, honestly, just watch the music videos, buy the games, play the hell out of the songs, and watch people talk about Vocaloid, or even watch the concerts, because it's so much fun, honestly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if it turned out being long like usual, but it's not as bad as my other ones. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and to subscribe, and to share this video with a friend. And please tell me how you got into Vocaloid. Was it because of Hatsune Miku, or was it because of another Vocaloid? I'd love to hear your story in the comments, or hell, even make a video and I'll probably watch it. And until then, I will see you next time. Goodbye.